Fans Beyond Wrestling, this is Denver, Colorado, the man, not the place. And I'll tell you what, I do not have an easy task ahead of me because I'm about to call Jonathan Gresham versus Mark Angel. And don't get me wrong, I have called matches for some of the best wrestlers in the world. I've called matches for Bryan Danielson, but I do not think that there is another wrestler on the planet right now as technically sound as Jonathan Gresham, and I'm going to do my damnedest to do this match justice. Jonathan Gresham, again, another competitor who might be a little bit smaller in stature, but somebody who is just so very skilled. And he's going to be going up against Mark Angel, who's undefeated right now in Beyond Wrestling, just absolutely tearing it up since making his debut at the Gospel of the Boards. But he may be in over his head going against somebody with so much experience, somebody who's world traveled. Mark Angel is certainly going to do his best, but he may be outmatched in every category except for strength. But hopefully Mark Angel is going to be able to use that slight size advantage, that strength advantage, to muscle his opponent. But again, I don't know how strength is going to match up with skill. Jonathan Gresham, no nonsense, has not taken his eyes off of his opponent. Mark Angel, though, coming into this match just as focused, and he has got to be. One mistake could certainly mean his demise. The bell sounds, this contest officially underway. First ever meeting, these guys are going to be both very cautious going into it. There you see Mark Angel immediately going to pick that leg, taking Jonathan Gresham down to the mat. But did you see how Gresham immediately made sure to get off his back so he's not in a situation where he can be pinned? And just like that, able to find an escape. And right now, he is the one using that leverage, making sure that Mark Angel is pinned down to the mat. Angel, though, same strategy. Oh, just like that, a punch right to the kidneys. Both these guys shocked in position. Mark Angel able to get that side headlock. And look at what Jonathan Gresham is doing with his right hand, trying to find an escape. All the while, able to release his left hand, and now just the way he's able to position his hands, able to find that counter, able to get Mark Angel in the head scissor. This guy is unbelievable. So hard to prepare for. He's going to be putting on an absolute clinic today. There you see Mark Angel, though, able to hopefully find an escape. Rolls right out of that head scissor, but no. Just like that, Jonathan Gresham able to put it right back on. And again, just applying more pressure, trying to get Mark Angel to submit early on in this contest. And they're just grabbing one of those free hands and right in a knuckle lock. Mark Angel with even less of an opportunity to escape now that one of his arms are trapped. This Jonathan Gresham is just unbelievable. And right like that, just transitioning right to a pin and able to apply another knuckle lock. Now using his head, all of the strength in his neck to pin that arm down. Mark Angel, though, using his strength to get that shoulder off the mat. And now Jonathan Gresham, the full weight of his body, stepping down to try and bring that shoulder down to the mat. Just take a look at the face of Mark Angel. Just struggling to not get pinned just by the body weight of Jonathan Gresham. And there, Mark Angel bridging up. Jonathan Gresham trying to break that bridge to no avail. And just kicking away, trying to weaken the leg muscles of Mark Angel. But how strong is Mark Angel? Oh, God, a knee right to the chest and face. Jonathan Gresham changing his strategy just like that. But again, Mark Angel picking away at the leg. This time bringing Jonathan Gresham back into that front facelock. And you know what? In terms of wrestling holds, I would say the front facelock is a very conservative one. You know, it's difficult to make a lot of mistakes from this position. Gives you a good opportunity to try and re-strategize, figure out what you're going to do next. Oh, my God. But just like that, Jonathan Gresham, look at the way he's bending his foot. Come on. This could be a submission right here. Mark Angel may have no choice but to tap out, just the way that his ankle's being bent. And now Gresham changing the position, torquing that knee now. Look at the face of Mark Angel. This kid is in trouble and just stomping away. Oh, just lighting up the chest of Mark Angel. But just like that, again, the strength of Mark Angel on display with one chop bringing his opponent down to the mat. And that was a rare mistake on Jonathan Gresham's part. This time Mark Angel able to find that opening, almost like a Cobra Clutch sort of maneuver. Just sending Gresham down, face first down to the mat. And again, going back to that front facelock. What I began to say earlier is that it's a move that's very difficult to counter, especially with an opponent as strong as Mark Angel. but it's not the type of move that you're going to be able to find a submission. Just like that, Jonathan Gresham able to step behind Mark Angel with one hand, able to free his arm, and now go into that side headlock. Mark Angel, though, again, trying to use that strength. Jonathan Gresham with a reversal, trying to trip him up to no avail. He gets caught midair, though. Just a power slam down to the mat. That is what Mark Angel is going to need to do. And instead of going back to that front face lock, which Jonathan Gresham has now countered twice, he went to that Cobra Clutch. Now, this could be a mistake. We've already seen that Gresham has had a counter for this. Again, it's a move that's a bit difficult to escape, but it's not something that's going to get a submission victory. But there you see Mark Angel using that hold to transition into another one. He's got the body scissors applied. Those very powerful legs, which Jonathan Gresham has not attacked much, able to put him in a pinning predicament. But as Gresham kicks out, he finds himself again in that body scissor. Now Angel doing anything he can, trying to add another hold, perhaps to the head or the neck. But just like that, he goes for a pin. Jonathan Gresham able to reverse it with a bridge. He's able to get the separation back up to his feet, a stomp right to the back of the head, just chopping away at the chest of Mark Angel. Jonathan Gresham, listening to some of the wrestlers around ringside, again, could have been another mistake. We're watching debut footage here from the ringleader's taping. Jonathan Gresham up and over, able to go for that pin, that sunset flip. No, Mark Angel up to his feet this time. He's the one whose leg gets picked. Down to the back. Oh my God! Just a kick right to the shoulder. And Jonathan Gresham just taking some time to assess the situation. Very confident so far in his actions. Really picking apart a much larger opponent. And now that he was able to find that opening, making sure to focus all of his efforts onto the arm. Oh God, just trying to pop that elbow right out of place. And just bending that arm now over the knee. Oh, just dropping the leg across the elbow once again. You know, I've got to admit, I underestimated the size difference. I mean, Mark Angel is a much larger opponent than Jonathan Gresham. Now that we see them both in the ring, I can see that, and it's just even more amazing that Jonathan Gresham is just able to maintain such a level of control because he's such a skilled athlete. But he made a mistake right there. Again, going to look to some of the other wrestlers on ringside, and that allowed Mark Angel to pop on that head scissor. There's he trying to torque the neck but not able to apply the same amount of efficiency as Jonathan Gresham was able to. Gresham now taking Angel down with that arm drag, and there you see, again, going right back to that shoulder, just driving his knee into it as he torques the arm with one hand at the point of the elbow. And again, the pressure applied on multiple points on the arm. Mark Angel just going to try and muscle his way back up to his feet. There you see again, able to find that leg pick. But this was a mistake here. Why is he looking for separation at this point? And on top of that, his positioning is off. Gresham able to get the knees up, but give Mark Angel credit. He's able to block that. Instead of getting caught in the chest with two knees, he's able to find a variation of the cloverleaf. And just the amount of strength, he may be able to make Jonathan Gresham tap out right here. Let's check this out. This is an opening that Mark Angel absolutely needs to capitalize on. But Jonathan Gresham can't take away from his strength, too. Trying to claw himself, get to the ropes. And just like that, able to just overpower Mark Angel at the last second, throwing him off. Gresham still looking at those ropes to try and pull himself back up to his feet. How much damage could have been done to his legs? And Mark Angel, though, now that he's had that opening, using his power, using his size, using his strength to his advantage, just driving Gresham into the corner, just throwing him across the ring. And again, going for that power slam, but Gresham again back to the arm drag, again dropping the leg, rolling right through, and now he's got a variation of the crossface. Oh, you're going to be kidding me. The only thing that might be saving Mark Angel right now is his positioning with the ropes, if he's going to be able to use his strength to get to the ropes, much like Gresham was when he was in that cloverleaf. There you saw Gresham trying to roll Angel towards the center of the ring. Angel really struggling right here. Oh, he might be out of it. They're just struggling, trying to get to that ropes too. I don't think he realizes just how close he is. Just to show you how much Gresham has taken out of him, and now Gresham just grabbing that free hand, ensuring that Mark Angel is not going to be able to get to the ropes. Oh my God, he's going to be out of it. This is it for Mark Angel. A valiant effort, but Jonathan Gresham has defeated his opponent. No! One final burst of strength, and Mark Angel is able to get to the ropes. I'm gonna say, so far throughout this contest, Angel has been outmatched, but really showing it. He's got everything that it comes. I mean, this is a huge opportunity for him, going against a competitor, again, who's world-traveled, somebody who's competed in Japan, currently, on a tour of Europe, competes for CHIKARA, CZW. Oh, just a straight punch to the face. Jonathan Gresham, somebody that's underrated too as a striker. Just a very powerful individual. Oh, but not as powerful as Mark Angel. Gresham, though, so tough too, just trying to brush it off. Finds the chop, able to get that German suplex. Might have released a little bit too early, not enough impact, runs right into that boot, but just comes back with that double sledge. And another German suplex, no question about it. Got all of that. Perhaps rolling through, going for that pin. But he gets caught by Mark Angel. Brings him down with that wheelbarrow suplex right to the bridge. But Gresham managing to kick out. The fight that these two are bringing right now, Beyond Wrestling, the ringleaders taping. So happy to be able to bring a match like this to you guys, the fans of Beyond Wrestling. Mark Angel, somebody who you need to keep an eye out for. Win, lose, or draw in this contest. Jonathan Gresham, just somebody who's a mainstay on the independent scene right now, lighting up Mark Angel. This is what Beyond Wrestling is all about. And Mark Angel, what a display of strength. Throwing Jonathan Gresham up into the lights. I don't think he realizes how close he is. Now he does. Going for that pin, awkwardly hooking the legs, though, and not enough coverage across the shoulders. If that was a more traditional lateral press, that might have been it right there. Mark Angel now calling the other wrestlers on ringside, but he shouldn't be looking to them for advice. He needs to know what he's going to be doing at every point in this match before he comes into it. Especially like this, with Jonathan Gresham might be giving him too much time to recover. He cannot afford another mistake, and he did make a mistake. Jonathan Gresham, the extension on that boot. Mark Angel was poised on the top of that turnbuckle, and Jonathan Gresham still managing to get the boot up to his face. There you see Angel is out, caught up on the ropes. Jonathan Gresham, now what is he looking for right here? Perhaps going for a superplex. Mark Angel trying to fight it off. These guys are in a bad position on that top rope. Oh my God, just trying to power him to the floor maybe. Gresham, though, able to put on the brakes. A couple more shots to the midsection. Able to position Angel. And he brings him down with that superplex. But you see the positioning of Angel's legs? He was able to hook Gresham's legs. He stole the victory here. Mark Angel taking the impact, but still able to find a cradle pin just enough to get the 3 count. Jonathan Gresham is beside himself right now. He can't believe it. As far as I'm concerned, and again, not to take anything away from Mark Angel, but Jonathan Gresham definitely wrestled the better match. But all it takes is 3 seconds, and Mark Angel, perhaps with the biggest victory of his entire career at Beyond Wrestling Ringleaders, putting away Jonathan Gresham. Unbelievable action.